Did you know that the foods you consume every day could be slowly eroding your memory? What if avoiding just 6 items could help protect your brain and keep you sharp even as you enter your 80s? As we age, our diet becomes an essential tool for maintaining not only our physical health, but also our mental clarity. Yet many seniors unknowingly consume foods daily that could be increasing their risk of developing dementia. Today, we're going to uncover the 6 worst foods that harm your brain, and more importantly, reveal healthier alternatives you can incorporate into your diet right now to protect your memory. This isn't just about science and facts, it's about real people and their experiences. Let me tell you the inspiring story of Mrs. Agnes, an 82-year-old woman who had been struggling with memory loss for years. She noticed small lapses, forgetting the names of her favorite songs, missing birthdays, and even forgetting conversations she had just a few days ago. At first, she thought it was just a normal part of aging, but then she realized her habits were playing a significant role in her mental decline. Agnes loved desserts. Her afternoon tea time was her special moment, always accompanied by cookies. What she didn't know was that those sugary snacks were harming her brain. Every time Agnes indulged in sweets, her blood sugar would spike and crash, creating an inflammatory cycle that was slowly affecting her cognitive function. Excessive sugar consumption has been shown to lead to inflammation in the brain, impairing memory and cognitive abilities over time. When her doctor explained the link between sugar and brain health, Agnes knew it was time for a change. She replaced her cookies with fresh fruits like blueberries, often referred to as brain berries, for their incredible ability to protect the brain and improve memory. She also added a handful of nuts to her snacks, and within weeks, Agnes noticed a marked improvement in her focus, energy, and overall clarity of mind. If you love sweets like Agnes did, try swapping sugary treats for fresh fruits such as blueberries, apples, and oranges. Pair them with nutrient-rich nuts like almonds or walnuts for an extra boost to your brain health. Then there's Mr. George, a retired teacher who loved solving crossword puzzles and reading books. However, as the years passed, George began noticing his once sharp memory starting to fade. He would pause mid-sentence, struggle to recall simple words, and even forget where he placed his glasses. He couldn't understand why his mind felt foggy, but the culprit was hiding in his diet, trans fats. George often enjoyed crispy fried snacks and smothered his morning toast with margarine, unaware that these foods were packed with harmful trans fats. Trans fats, commonly found in many processed and fried foods, are notorious for damaging brain cells and increasing inflammation, which can significantly impair memory and cognitive function. Once George learned about the dangers of trans fats, he made small yet impactful changes to his diet. He swapped out margarine for heart-healthy olive oil and traded his fried chips for air-popped popcorn with a sprinkle of herbs. As time passed, George's mind began to clear, and he was once again able to enjoy his books and puzzles without frustration. Healthy fats like those found in avocados, salmon, and nuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, which support brain function and help reduce inflammation. These fats should become a staple in your diet too, as they nourish your brain and help maintain focus. Next is Mrs. Helen, who had always followed a routine. She enjoyed her morning toast, a lunch of pasta, and an afternoon pastry to keep her energized. But over the years, Helen noticed that no matter how much rest she got, she was constantly in a mental fog. She couldn't remember where she put her keys, would lose track of conversations, and struggled to focus on simple tasks. The culprit was refined carbohydrates, foods that cause a rapid spike in blood sugar followed by a crash. This erratic blood sugar cycle deprives the brain of a steady source of energy, leading to mental fog and difficulty concentrating. Determined to regain her mental clarity, Helen switched to whole grains like quinoa and brown rice and swapped her morning toast for fiber-rich oatmeal. She replaced pastries with healthy snacks like seeds or fruit. Within weeks, Helen noticed a significant improvement in her focus and energy, and the mental fog lifted. If you're experiencing similar struggles, try incorporating more complex carbohydrates like whole grains, beans, lentils, and fiber-rich vegetables into your meals. These foods provide a steady release of energy, helping keep your brain fueled and focused throughout the day. Mr. Albert, a man who had always enjoyed the simplicity of life, didn't think much of his daily lunch of deli meats or his weekend breakfasts filled with crispy bacon and savory sausages. These foods had been his comfort for years, but as time passed, Albert began noticing memory problems. He'd forget names of old friends and sometimes forget why he walked into a room. What he didn't know was that his love for processed meats was affecting his brain. These foods are loaded with preservatives, nitrates, and unhealthy fats, all of which are linked to increased inflammation and the accumulation of harmful toxins in the body. Studies have shown that regular consumption of processed meats can contribute to cognitive decline over time. Albert's daily sandwich, though seemingly harmless, was silently contributing to his memory struggles. Once he understood the impact of these foods, Albert made a conscious effort to change his diet. He started grilling fresh chicken or turkey for his sandwiches instead of using deli meats, and began exploring plant-based proteins like beans and lentils. These simple swaps made a huge difference in his cognitive health. Replacing processed meats with fresh, lean proteins like chicken, turkey, and plant-based options can provide your brain with the nutrients it needs without the harmful effects of preservatives and unhealthy fats. By making small but significant changes to your diet, just like Agnes, George, Helen, and Albert did, you can protect your memory, stay sharp, and improve your overall health as you age. It's never too late to start nourishing your brain with the right foods for a clearer, more focused future. Over time, Albert began to notice a significant difference in both his mind and body. His memory felt sharper, and he experienced a renewed sense of energy that encouraged him to stick with his healthier choices. No longer weighed down by the fogginess that once clouded his thoughts, Albert felt more engaged in his daily activities and had the motivation to continue improving his health. If processed meats have become a staple in your diet, consider making the switch to lean proteins like fresh poultry, fish, or plant-based options. These alternatives not only support brain health, but also help reduce inflammation and provide essential nutrients for your body. By following Albert's example and making these simple changes, you can protect your brain from the long-term effects of processed meats and enjoy meals that are both nourishing and flavorful. It's a small adjustment that can make a lasting impact on your mental clarity and overall well-being. Now, let's dive into the hidden dangers of artificial sweeteners, a choice many people turn to in an effort to avoid sugar. Mrs. Evelyn prided herself on making healthy choices, so when her doctor advised her to cut back on sugar, she thought she had found the perfect solution: artificial sweeteners. Every morning she would stir a packet into her tea, believing she was doing something beneficial for her health. However, after a few months, Evelyn began experiencing frequent headaches and moments of forgetfulness. She couldn't remember simple things, like why she walked into a room or the name of her favorite movie. What Evelyn didn't realize was that the artificial sweeteners she had relied on were quietly sabotaging her brain health. Many artificial sweeteners, such as aspartame, contain chemicals that can disrupt brain function, impair memory, and even increase the risk of neurodegenerative diseases. While these products are marketed as a healthy alternative, they often do more harm than good, especially for older adults. After doing some research and speaking with her doctor, Evelyn decided to make a change. She replaced artificial sweeteners with natural options like honey and stevia. The results were almost immediate. Her headaches became less frequent, her mind felt clearer and more focused, and she even noticed a boost in energy throughout the day. This newfound clarity encouraged her to stick with her new approach, and she was thrilled with the results. If you're currently using artificial sweeteners, it might be time to reconsider. Natural alternatives like honey, stevia, and even a small amount of pure maple syrup can satisfy your sweet tooth without the harmful effects of chemicals. Just like Evelyn, you can protect your brain while still enjoying the simple pleasures of life. Moving on, let's explore the impact of alcohol, often referred to as a memory thief. Mr. Thomas, a retired sailor, had always enjoyed winding down with a glass of whiskey every evening. For him, it was a comforting ritual, something that reminded him of his younger days at sea. But as the years went by, Thomas began noticing troubling signs. He found himself forgetting simple things, like where he placed his keys or which day of the week it was. Even more alarming, he couldn't remember conversations he had just hours before. It wasn't just aging, something else was at play. What Thomas didn't realize was that his nightly glass of whiskey was contributing to his memory loss. Excessive alcohol consumption, even in moderate amounts, can impair brain function, particularly in the hippocampus, which is responsible for memory and learning. Over time, this can lead to cognitive decline, making it more difficult to recall even the most familiar information. While alcohol may feel relaxing in the moment, it had been quietly sabotaging Thomas's mental clarity. Determined to regain his sharpness, Thomas made a change. He cut back on alcohol and replaced his nightly whiskey with soothing herbal teas like chamomile and peppermint. Within weeks, he began to feel the difference. His sleep improved, his mind became clearer, and the forgetfulness that had been concerning him started to fade. Thomas felt more present in his day-to-day life, and the mental fog that had once clouded his thoughts began to lift. If you're concerned about your memory, it might be time to reconsider your alcohol consumption. While moderate drinking may not seem harmful, the safest bet for brain health is to either cut back significantly or eliminate alcohol altogether. Choosing alternatives like herbal teas not only supports your cognitive function, but also promotes overall well-being. Just like Thomas, making this simple change can lead to big improvements in both your memory and your general health. So there you have it, 6 foods and habits that could be silently stealing your memories and affecting your brain health. The good news is that small changes in your diet today can lead to a sharper, healthier mind tomorrow. By swapping out harmful foods and incorporating brain-boosting alternatives, you can protect your cognitive health and enjoy a higher quality of life as you age. Making these adjustments doesn't require drastic changes, but they can have a profound impact on your long-term well-being. Remember, your brain deserves the right fuel to function at its best, and it's never too late to start making positive changes. So, whether it's swapping out processed meats for lean proteins, cutting back on artificial sweeteners, or being mindful of alcohol consumption, these simple steps can make all the difference. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. I'd love to hear whether you're planning to try any of these changes or if you've already started making healthier choices. If you've made it this far, comment. If you've already started making healthier choices, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.